Am I missing a book? It's on top of my bookshelf. Hang on. Okay. Oh. Oh, my eye is having a spasm. That's very cute. Please sort yourself out. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annie, and today, I think, by the time you're watching this, the 2020 reading rush would have started. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm also a little bit nervous. Just a little bit. This isn't my first year participating in the reading rush. I've actually been participating in the reading rush since before it was even the reading rush, back when it was Booktubeathon. But I didn't have a YouTube channel back then, so I was just reading the books by myself, watching everyone have a grand old time online, doing the daily vlogs, doing the daily challenges on Instagram and Twitter, and don't get me wrong, it was fun. But I am particularly excited to participate this year, I think, because I now have a channel to participate with, a platform to, daily vlog and take part in the challenges. I will be attempting to do the daily vlogs this week. I'm not so sure how that's going to work. I have a bit of a busy week, and on top of that, I have a ridiculously ambitious TBR. But that's okay. That's what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about my reading rush TBR. I'm very, very excited. Even if it is so stupidly ambitious, I'm probably not going to complete it. I really don't mind. I'm very excited. So, let me tell you what books I'm going to be reading this week. So, the first prompt for the reading rush is to read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone. This is really interesting. I've seen a lot of people online struggling to find books with covers that match the color of their birthstones. Interestingly enough, I haven't yet seen anyone with the same birthstone as I have, maybe because it's not really that difficult to find book covers to match. I am born in April, so my birthstone is a diamond, and I did a Google. Diamonds come in lots of different colors. Pretty much anything ranging from the clear white to dark gray, black. There are pink diamonds. I mean, there's so many different types of diamonds. I don't think this is going to be that difficult. In all honesty, I'm not that sure if the book that I've picked technically counts, but I'm going with it anyway. And we're starting off strong with the ambition. For this, I've picked A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. This is not a small book, to say the least. Apparently, it's also meant to be soul-crushing as well. So I'm really in for a treat this week. I know it's very grey, it's very dark. There's some white on the title. In all honesty, I was looking at the spine when I saw it on my bookshelf, and I thought the spine was kind of diamond-like. I mean, I don't really know, but this is my first book. I also partly chose this because I was planning on reading it this month anyway, and I've said before that I was going to do a reading vlog when I read this, so I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and just read this one day during the reading rush. It gets a vlog, it gets a prompt done, there you go. All that I know about this book is that it follows a group of friends, I think 4 friends, who have just finished university and they moved to New York, I think, to try and find what they want to do in life. I'm pretty sure the main character is Jude. I think he's the centric character to the story. From what I understand, it's really heavy, deals a lot with... I don't actually know exactly what it deals with, but I've heard very serious topics, very heartbreaking topics. I think everyone I've heard talk about this book has said that it has ruined them, that they have cried. So I think it'll be interesting to see. I want to see what it's about. I want to know. I want to have the experience. Whether I'm able to get through the whole thing during the reading rush, that is something we'll have to find out together this week. Yeah, but this is my first book for the reading rush. Very, very, very ambitious, I know. The next prompt is a little bit easier. It is to read a book with the in the title, the word the. I am very excited for the book that I've picked for this prompt. I have chosen to read The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Everyone I know who's read this book has loved it. I've also seen this a lot online the past week or so because I think it's a trilogy and I think the third book has just come out. So I'm kind of hoping that if I read this, I'll then go and pick up the second one and then I can go and pick up the third one. I don't have to wait for any of the books. I'm very, very excited. I haven't started a new series in a wee while. I mean, that's not true, but I'm basically just excited for this. From what I know about this book, we follow a thief, con artist in some city, some world. I don't know if it's a made-up world or not. I'm going to assume so. Basically, we follow a thief, con artist who sells magic in the streets. She doesn't believe in it though, but then one day she accidentally summons, is it a djinn? A djinn. I think they're a spirit warrior or something. And she finds out that magic is real. And I also believe that there is a city. Don't know if it's a magic city, a lost city. It's a special city. I will have to find out what is so special about the city. I'm assuming it's special. The title of the book is City of Brass. I'm assuming, something important about the city. But I've only heard great things about this book, so I'm very, very excited to get into this. The next prompt is to read a book that has inspired a movie that you've already seen. I honestly thought that I was going to have to do a reread for this prompt. I couldn't think of any movies that I'd seen that I hadn't read the books of, but it honestly doesn't feel like it. But earlier this year, I went and watched Little Women, the Greta Gerwig 2019 Little Women with Tim Chalamet and Saoirse Ronan. And I realized I haven't read the book. I actually think I have read the book years and years ago when I was really little, and I don't think I understood a single word of it, but, so, perfect. This is the book that I've chosen to read. It's a classic. Everyone knows Little Women. It's about 4 little women, 4 little sisters. It's about their lives, their relationships. Really don't know what else there is to say about this. I think this is also a book that I consider to be quite ambitious because I don't read a lot of classics, so I don't actually know how quickly I'll be able to get through this. I'm kind of worried it'll take me a while, but we're at least going to start it this week, so that'll be good. The fourth prompt, I don't actually have a book for. I'm going to be picking it probably on the first day of the reading rush. The prompt is to read the first book that you touch, so probably just on Monday I'm going to pick a book. I'll see a book and I'll touch it and that'll be the book that I read for this prompt. I realize I probably could have done, I probably could have picked a book before I made a TBR video, but I wanted to do it on the day. I think that'll be more fun. The next prompt is to read a book outside. This is kind of cheating, but also kind of not. There's a lot of leeway around these prompts. You're allowed to interpret them however you want, and especially with this outside prompt, obviously, for lots of people, the pandemic is still going on. I'm in New Zealand. We're pretty lucky. I don't think we have any COVID cases at the moment. Potentially a few people in quarantine, but I mean, we're on level 1, we're allowed to go outside, everything's open, we're all good over here. But I don't really want to read outside. I checked the weather this morning and it is, it's the middle of winter over here. And I checked the weather, next week is supposed to be raining, storms, gale force winds. So I'm not exactly going to be going outside in that kind of weather. But I have a kind of solution. I went to the library the other day and I got The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. Did I say that right? The Duchess Deal? I feel like I said Dare. The Duchess Deal. I was so excited when I saw that they had this book in the library. You have no idea. I don't know if I'm just going to the wrong bookstores, but I never see romance books in store, and so I didn't even expect the library to have this, but they did. I think this is the first book in a series, and I think I've read one of the other books in the series. I've only read one other Tessa Dare book, but I absolutely loved it. The book that I read was The Wallflower Wager. They actually had that at the library as well. These were the only two Tessa Dare books that they had, but I haven't read this, so very, very excited. So what I plan to do is one day I'm just going to go to the library and sit and read this, and then I can just return it when I'm done. I think that works out pretty well. This is a historical fiction romance. I don't know what exactly it's about. I'm pretty sure it's about a war hero. Yeah, it follows a duke. There's always a duke in these stories. He's just returned from the war. He wants a wife. He needs an heir. You know, all that olden time stuff. And Miss Emma Gladstone apparently signs up for the job, and seems that they agree to get married, but they have some rules. Things always get interesting when there are rules, you know. You know, rules are made to be broken, as they say. It's perfect for a romance book. But I loved The Wallflower Wager so much, so I'm very excited to read this. I hope it's just as good. I mean, as I said, I've only read The Wallflower Wager, but I've read a few other historical fictions this year, and none of them has been as good as The Wallflower Wager, so I'm wondering if Tessa Dare is just the historical fiction queen. We'll find out once I've read this. The sixth prompt is to read a book in a genre that you've wanted to read more of. The book that I've picked for this kind of works. It's kind of cheating because I wanted to read it for a really long time, regardless of the genre, but after looking at the genre online, it actually does kind of work for this prompt. The book that I've picked is Bunny by Mona Awad. Why do I feel like that's wrong? I have been dying to read this book for so long. Kat from Paperback Dreams actually recommended this to me. I talked to her on Instagram and she said that this was really good. All I knew about it was that it was a cult book, but looking at it online, it says that it is technically a horror book, and I don't read a lot of horrors, don't read any mystery, thriller, spooky stuff, not really my thing. So this does work for the prompt, really. And it also helps that I've been wanting to read it for, like, ever. This is about a girl called Samantha who is studying at university, and at her university, I don't know if it's, like, within her degree, like her area of study, or just at her university in general, there is a group of girls who all call themselves Bunny. They're like a little clique, a little group. I think Samantha hates them. I don't think anyone really likes them, but one day they invite Samantha to join them at one of their little group things. I don't know exactly what happens at these group things. I don't think Samantha knows either. I don't think it's common knowledge, but I'm assuming she finds out, and I'm assuming it'll lead to some interesting stuff. I'm very excited to get to this. All of the reviews on Goodreads are just like, they basically just say, what the fuck is this? Like, apparently it's a bit of a wild ride, and I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to expect a wild ride and then have it like not be as wild as it could be if I went in without expectations, if that makes sense. But I am so excited to get to this book. And the last book that I picked for the last prompt is actually also a book that Kat from Paperback Dreams recommended to me. It's also a book that I've been wanting to read for a very long time. Also includes a cult. What is the final prompt? It is to read a book set in a different continent to where you live. Very easy for me. I don't read a lot of books that are set in New Zealand. So I've picked a book that is set in America, California, I believe, in the 60s, and that is The Girls by Emma Cline. This is a book that has a lot of praise, and I've actually owned this for about 2 years now, I think, and I haven't ever read it. I haven't ever picked it up. I think I always go to save this for summer, and then summer comes around and I never pick it up, so I'm just going to pick it up in the middle of winter and read it. I think it's kind of a similar premise to Bunny. There's a girl, Evie, and one day she comes across a group of other girls and they invite her along to whatever they're doing, and things escalate from there. All I know is that I think this is about a cult. So I'm assuming everything's a little bit more sinister than just a group of girls hanging out. So this is my pick for the final prompt. This is quite a stack I have here. These are the books that I'll be reading for this year's reading rush, and I'll also be adding one more to the pile on Monday once I've picked it. But do you see what I mean by ambitious? It's a bit tall in my face. We'll just have to see how it goes. Regardless of whether I manage to get through all of these books or not, I'm very, very excited to be taking part in the reading rush this year. As I said, I will be trying to vlog daily. I am a little bit nervous about uploading every day, but that's okay. We'll just get through it. Worst comes to worst, I'll just draw out the daily vlogs and do a week-long reading vlog instead. I'm sure that'll be fine. But that is it. The reading rush is upon us. If you are participating in the reading rush, please let me know. Let me know what your TBR is. If you have a video, drop it in the comments. I'll come watch it. But that is my TBR for this week. I will see you guys tomorrow with my first daily vlog. Bye!